And shifting focus as the row over BBC surveys in India, the Indian Foreign Minister has drawn a clear line for the United Kingdom. When British Foreign Minister James Cleverly raised the tax searches on the BBC, External Affairs Minister firmly told his UK counterpart that all entities operating in India must comply with the law of the land. UK ministers also, in fact, put relations with India above the BBC controversy. The IT survey that was conducted on its premises in Delhi and in Mumbai. In fact, UK Foreign Minister says BBC is separate from the government, so clearly distancing itself from the entire controversy here in India and putting that message out loud and clear.
Well, I didn't see the documentary, but of course I have seen the reaction both amongst the Indian diaspora community in the UK and here in India. Of course, the BBC is an independent organisation. It's separate from government. And I have found that I still enjoy a very, very strong professional relationship with Dr. Jaishankar. I'm enjoying a fantastic hospitality here in Delhi. So I think the relationship between the UK and India is as strong as ever. It's growing stronger by the day. And I'm very much looking, whilst I'm here in Delhi, to build on what is already a good bilateral relationship.
So you heard it from the UK Foreign Secretary James Cleverly. This, of course, part of the Foreign Ministers meeting on G20 that is ongoing in the national capital, and that all-important message, in fact, being sent out on the relationship with India, which is growing stronger, and everyone, be it BBC as well, must follow law of the land. Let me go across to Rishabh joining us with more details. That's a message being sent out loud and clear to everyone in the United Kingdom, Rishabh, especially BBC, especially given the kind of reactions that came in ever since IT surveys were conducted at the offices, both in Delhi and in Mumbai. We'll go across to Rishabh in just a bit. I believe there's some audio trouble there, but that's the message being put out while James Cleverly interacted with External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. A sharp reminder that BBC must follow Indian law. The law of the land must be followed closely. That's a message most importantly being sent out to BBC, because remember how this income tax survey that was conducted on the offices both in Mumbai and the national capital for days altogether was seen as a targeted attempt against the BBC by several in the organisation, especially the head office in United Kingdom. Going across to Rishabh, who's through once again with us. Rishabh, the message being put out not by our External Affairs Minister, but coming in from the United Kingdom's end, and loudly at that towards BBC on how the Indian law must be followed most importantly.
Definitely, what we are being told that at the bilateral meeting on the sidelines of G20 foreign ministers meeting that held today, the foreign secretary from United Kingdom did raise the issue of rates on BBC, the income tax survey on BBC, and what the MEA sources have confirmed 2 times now, that the Indian side very categorically said that any entity that do business on Indian soil will have to abide by the Indian law. Nothing is above Indian law. A strong message being sent out by the Indian External Affairs Minister during the bilateral, while his counterpart raised the issue that why was a British entity raided in India. So India making it stand very clear that if you have to operate in India, you have to follow Indian laws.
A message Nothing being sent out to all entities operating in India. They must fully comply with the laws, relevant laws and regulations in India. Thank you, Rishabh, for joining us with that detailed response. Let me quickly shift our focus